So we just discussed the importance of evaluating your business, why it's important, and having a plan, a step-by-step or a formula that you should be using to help you start the whole process, whether it's selling your own business, whether it's exploiting a profit center within your own business and trying to create a distribution network around it, or whether you're working with someone else and you're working on a specific service or product and you're doing the same thing. The fact is you want to have that formula. And remember, what are formulas? Well, there's something that you need to decipher, right? Against a problem, apply it to that problem and hopefully get the answer, right? And if it's the wrong answer, you'll know because it doesn't match the formula. So that's the whole point of using that descriptive term, a formula. This is essentially what the formula is going to do for you. It's really the lens that you need to look through when it comes to evaluating this product or service, this business idea that you're about to embark on. It's going to help you assess, plan, and execute. You want it to be able to do that. You want it to be able to be something that is plug and play, not only just for yourself and your own business, but for other people who are helping you too. Remember, this is a distribution network model that we're talking about. So it's got to be easy for you, and it's also got to be easy for someone else to be able to embark on or engage with too, as far as your partners are concerned. It's got to be attractive to the masses, something that everyone wants to know about, something that everyone wants to get involved with. You've got to be able to generate excitement behind it, so that you can get those distribution partners engaged and involved. And of course, if you have all these things in play, your answer is fast distribution, right? So what is this? What is this formula that I'm talking about? Well, the good thing is, unlike that quadratic formula that I just showed you in the previous video, mine's pretty simple, okay? It's beautifully simple because it really just helps you have a clear view as to what you need to do. And it is D, S, S, D. And we'll put all lines here. This is essentially the lens I keep talking about. This is the formula. This is your deal. What it is, whatever it is that you're selling. Once you've established and understood what that is, you want to look at the structure of that deal. Can it work in a way that you need it to work with? Is there enough of a margin there? You move on to scalability. That's the third S here. Scale. Can it scale? Not only can it scale in terms of market share, but can you scale it in a sense? Is there enough of it that you have or can create to execute against the perceived scale you hope to get? And of course, how are you going to distribute? All right. We don't want to have an answer here, and not have answers here and here. You want to make sure that everything is checked off, because if all of these are checked off, you've got something that you can move. And that's really important. And there's two other real good or really important benefits behind this, because if you have the deal, the structure, the scalability, and your distribution plan all in play, this is essentially your action plan, your business plan. If you have these things in play, there are two other really important things that you're going to benefit of. And that is, and I'm going to give you a story here. This is a real case study of a client of mine, someone I've worked with in building their business. You're going to be able to shift the focus from direct competition-based strategies. Okay? And I'm going to explain this in a second. You're going to be able to sell to customers who are not normally within your reach. So the example I'm going to give you is this. I worked with a fitness enthusiast. This person's a bodybuilder. It's actually my personal trainer. I got very friendly with the guy, very good guy, and he wanted to move out of personal training and build his own brand. He wanted to create his own pre-workout shakes, post-workout shakes, recovery shakes, everything to do with nutrition. And he wanted to eventually go into like pre-packaged food for people who need, who don't have time to cook and that sort of thing. He had this amazing plan. Very good guy and very successful today. He started with this pre-workout shake, this one product. And I don't know if any of you are out there who have tried pre-workout shakes. They're like these little tubs and have about 30 servings, and they're like this powdered little scooper, and you pop it in a shaker. In that little scoop, there's around 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine and a whole bunch of other stuff. So as soon as you take it, 15 minutes later, your skin's tingling, your blood's pumping, your heart's racing, you're feeling hot, you want to exercise, you want to go and train. It gives you a significant amount of focus in your training too, because you're super alert as well. So you never have those dull moments when you're exercising, when you just feel like quitting. You're just raring to go the entire time. So that's what these pre-workout products are. So he was really attacking the fitness market. And he was doing okay. You know, he was using his own variation of a distribution model, which was using influencers to help him promote the product. He'd give them discount codes. They would be promoting them for him. If they bought some, if customers bought them, the influencers would get a kickback if someone had used their promotional code and that sort of thing. So he was doing okay. When I got involved with him and helped him expand his reach and up his frequency, what we did was we looked at other types of businesses. And we looked at other types of distributors that could assist us. And lo and behold, what happened was we ended up finding companies that started figuring out their own methodologies. We had companies that were not doing what he was doing as far as competition-based strategies were concerned. They weren't just competing with fitness products. They figured, well, hey, look, what we're going to do is this thing is full of caffeine, right? Keeps you up all night. Let's target students who are studying and cramming information before exams and stuff. And this product had a name like Fuel. Okay. So they would market this product to these students. And of course, students would then buy them on the basis that they could take this and be up for the next 8 hours with fully energized and fully alert, fully focused. And that's what they marketed as. And of course, now what happened was, by not simply just competing with an existing fitness market, now they're tapping into another market, another completely different audience, and this is an audience outside of their normal reach. And again, that went further, and they started these ravers, these party goers. So once they had attacked this or got a decent sized audience within the student market who were looking to stay up late, they ended up marketing to people who wanted to go out partying. So this is going to be the thing that you take before you go out, and you're going to be hyper all night long. And this was a great substitute to taking drugs or anything like that. So that's the kind of message they went out there with. And you know, the end result was that they created these markets, these extra markets. They were tapping into them and making money from them. And it's not something that I had planned. My plan was to simply get the distributors involved, relevant companies that could sell. And what did they do? Well, they used their own expertise. They lent on their own reputations within their predefined markets, and they took that product and they sold it out there. That is what happens when you have a very well structured product. That, I mean, as far as his pre-workout was concerned, the deal was right. And as far as structure was concerned, he had enough margins there. I mean, he was selling these things for like $45, but his cost on them was around $12. He was making a lot of money. He had a margin that he could split up and that he could basically pay other people to help him sell it for. The scalability was there. He had enough that he could create on demand because he could just, you know, send simple email to the manufacturer and they'd literally drop ship it to him. Or directly to his distributors who were selling it for him. And as far as his distribution network was concerned, he had the right players in motion. They already had pre-existing markets. I mean, the first company that I remember getting involved, who started off focusing on the students, they were selling nootropics. These are cognitive enhancer pills that would keep you up all night, or I don't know the names of these things, but they're all these different things that students would essentially just yearn for. They would be Googling and searching for these magic pills that would make them smarter, make them more alert, things that they could get outside of going through a pharmacy. And so they already had a market there, and this was a very easy product to literally sell alongside everything else. And of course, they did very well for it. So that's an example of why you've got to have that formula in play, because you see, the network takes over. And that's what we want to have happen with your business. When you have something that's good, it generates excitement. So let's go back here. If it's attractive to the masses, you can generate excitement behind it. It's easy to do. It's easy to execute against. People will sell it for you. So we're going to really break down now in the next video, how do you structure a deal? How you structure, how you look at scalability and what to look for as far as your distribution partners. So I'll see you in the next video.